everyone, this is Fran from Delicious Sparkly Cakes, and today we're going to be doing something that's very trending at the moment on YouTube and on the internet, which is the galaxy effect on a cake. But this is not going to be an ordinary cake, but a very stylish handbag cake. First of all, I've used my Italian sponge, and if you want, you can find the recipe on my blog. And I've decided to add some sugar stars inside. So I've poured the mix into my special tin that I love because it's adjustable. And if you want to have a look at it, the link is in the description box. I've made two sponges, 9 by 11 inches. Once the cake has cooled down, I removed them from the tin. And then I removed the top to even the cake. Then I divided the sponge into 3 rectangles. Also, I removed the sponge crusts so that the cake will taste better. Meanwhile, the other sponge is ready too. It's a chocolate sponge that I have already divided in 3 as well. To make the cake moist and more delicious, I added some more sugar syrup and let it absorb for about 10-20 minutes at least. In the middle of the cake board, I've added some frosting so that the cake will stick better onto the cake board. So I've added my first piece of sponge, and then I spread my frosting and carry on alternating the 2 sponges and spreading the frosting between them. Using another template that again you can find on my blog, I've curved the cake so that it will look more a handbag, which is narrow on the top and a bit larger at the bottom. And I'm gonna cut the other side as well. That obviously has to be connected. I mean, what I'm cutting now, it has to match the other part. To make it more stable, I've added some wooden sticks, and always remember to take them off before serving to your guests. Now I'm covering the whole cake with some cheese cream and leave it in the fridge for an hour. I've rolled some white modeling paste, which is going to be thinner on the edges and a bit thicker in the middle. And from this one I cutted out a rectangle with the help of a template. And I'm placing it on the side of the cake, pressing a little bit with my hand. Now I'm cutting another piece of rectangle modeling paste, which is a bit longer as it has to cover the front of the cake and the top as well, and just a little bit at the back as well. I'm going to make 2 of this shape, which are going to cover the sides of the cake. Because the edges are too sharp, I'm cutting a little bit with the craft knife and making a little bit rounded. At the front, this handbag is gonna have a pocket. It's a very thick modeling paste that I'm cutting really. And then with a rolling tool, I'm drawing the sewing lines. The pocket now can be sticked at the bottom of the cake but in the middle. Now we need to do instead the part where the handbag opens up, which is a rectangle again, but with rounded angles. And again, I'm going to draw all the sewing lines. Now we can put the modeling paste onto the cake, starting from the bottom and then on the front. And again, with my hands, I try to press it so that the fondant sticks onto the other fondant. Because the front pocket was showing a bump, I've decided to take it off, and then so I put the top of the handbag on top of it. Now I'm making a sausage with some white fondant. And then I'm gonna cover the edges on the side of the handbag where some gap was showing. Now it comes the funniest part of this cake, which is the painting the galaxy theme on the actual cake. And I'm using some Walton's gel paste and then some white petal dust. And then I'm going to use a sponge, which is going to give a kind of airbrush effect. And a brush. First of all, I'm going to start adding some blue gel paste on a plate and adding some water on it as well, so that I can have a water effect. Then I'm going to press it all over the cake, giving different effects. So sometimes if in some areas it's darker and others is lighter, it's fine. And where the sponge can reach, then I'm gonna use brush. So then I'm using some black gel paste, paint a little bit here and there, and then I'm using some pink and then some purple, trying to give different effects. Using some petal dust and some alcohol and a toothbrush, I'm painting some stars all over the cake, and then with a small brush I'm actually drawing some white dots. With the help of a needle, I'm adding the stars points. To make the handle, first of all, I'm cutting 2 triangles of grey modeling paste, and I remove one angle with a round cutter or a heart-shaped cutter. I create a dark blue sausage. Not sure if you can see but it is dark blue and not black. Then cover 1 centimeter of 2 of the handle. And insert a toothpick. And place it on top of the cake. Because the handle is still a bit soft, I put in the middle some oven paper and leave it like this until it gets hard. To make the long handbag strip, I've rolled some dark blue fondant. The strip that I've made is about 2 centimeters wide, and I've drawn again with a wheel cutter the sewing stitches. Then I've made 2 more strips, but this time shorter, and internally I'm gonna put long sausage of grey modeling paste. Once the handle strips have been done, they can be placed on the sides of the cake. Finally, from some dark blue modeling paste, first I'm gonna cut a circle, and then I'm gonna take out another circle to make a moon and place it at the front of the handbag. Obviously, don't forget to remove the oven paper from the handle once it's hard. And here you have the Handbag Galaxy cake that I really hope you liked it. If so, don't forget to thumbs up and to share this video with your friends. Also, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. And that's all for today, so see you next Thursday. Bye bye!